You're watching the #1 KSL5 Eyewitness News at 10.
New claims of evidence tonight about an escort service operating right across the street from Brighton High School that allegedly recruited underage girls. The evidence is potentially incriminating and has triggered a fight now between the escort service and Cottonwood Heights.
The business is firing back, scoffing at the so-called evidence and claiming its services are legal. Samantha Hayes has the city's affidavit in hand.
Nadine, this information is coming out because the Dollhouse had filed a lawsuit trying to protect the privacy of its customers. We're talking about names, phone numbers, addresses, things like that. Well, in this affidavit, the city claims that it has hard evidence against the escort service, even documentation that proves that underage girls from Brighton High School were being approached by the escort service, which is located nearby. Before deputies broke down the door of this Cottonwood Heights residence, they claim evidence of potential criminal activity was already in hand. In a memorandum filed by the attorney for the city, the investigation started in March when an LDS church bishop, who was once a vice squad police officer, told police a young woman confided in him that photographs were being taken and that a man operating the agency promised young women they could earn as much as $5,000 a week. The affidavit goes on to claim police collected substantial evidence, including client lists, prices, and locations where they met. In its lawsuit, the Dollhouse claims using that evidence violates privacy rights. Peter Sturba, attorney for the city, says that information is protected for now.
It's protected and already confidential under state law. So in other words, it already has a protected character. It would not otherwise be released unless and until there was a public prosecution.
At the core of this case is whether the Dollhouse is an escort service or an illegal front for prostitution. And police say a former employee is willing to testify escorts are forced to get naked for customers or they cannot work there.
There's no question it has evidentiary value. Everything that was seized is potentially useful in a criminal prosecution.
The city also plans to file a motion tomorrow morning to dismiss the Dollhouse's lawsuit, but expect a counter. I talked to the Dollhouse's attorney this evening, and he is currently preparing an opposition to this memorandum, and he says that the city absolutely has no evidence that is incriminating against his client. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Samantha. A tip helped West Valley.